hey, they can hear everybody now, so you have been warned. I'm not familiar enough.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
She was here and she saw me. And she saw my face. All right. Well, as our group nearly getting caught, exited the lower part of the library, we came out missing one person. Turns out Valentine had been caught by a teacher, and they sent him back to work to get a meeting the next day. Everyone else went to class, and he went to that office, and I don't think he came out.
Dun dun dun.
Multiple people saw multiple Valentines throughout the day, all until we got to the library again, searched for more clues, and we were surrounded by the goblins that clean Stryxhaven. And Valentine got picked up for flirting with one of their ex-girlfriends, and we all nearly got bounced. But we were able to get out of that without any struggles or damage other than emotionally. And then we found out that Valentine did not remember very distinct parts of his day, which leads me to believe that he is not our Valentine.
Pretty spot on, pretty spot on.
Yeah, pretty spot on. That's hilarious. That is so good.
I don't need inspiration, I just needed to say it.
Take the point of inspiration. And honestly, the point of inspiration, as much as anything else, is just because your core assumption is that the Valentine that joined you at the cafe is not the real Valentine. How do you know?
I think the Valentine that we saw in class.
I don't think Valentine is out. I think Valentine was kidnapped. I think Valentine is somewhere and we have to go get him.
So all the Valentines we've seen are false Valentines.
Yes, I believe that every single Valentine that we can see out in the school has been a false Valentine, and Valentine is somewhere else being held captive.
Whoa, dude, like, are you sure?
The fact that Josh isn't here yet tonight just leans into that so freaking hard. That's great.
Even if he was here, he wouldn't be able to convince me otherwise until I got some kind of proof. And I don't know what proof I need.
Well,
But I feel like we gotta go to that man's office.
well,
And like, what are we gonna do when we get there?
We have to, I don't know, search for clues. There's gotta be something.
now, wait. Are we going to split up and search for clues?
Where else would we search for clues, you guys?
All right. I think I just killed Frankie quietly. All right.
Not quite.
So, we've got our recap under our belts. Josh is Valentine's player and is not with us yet this evening. We are expecting him a bit late. Granted, the whole project tonight is a bit late getting started. Thank daylight savings time and a poor struggling DM who has to wake up far too early in the morning. But
Very glad the time changed on my day off.
oh, I am so jealous.
Mm-hmm.
But before we dive in, let's go ahead and get quick introductions. Everybody introduce yourself, your character, and give us a brief description for those who may be listening to the stream who may not be familiar with the people and players involved. Miss Amanda, since you've been doing all of the talking, you get to go last. Kyle, you go first.
Oh no!
And that's what you get for ha-ha.
I'm Kyle. I play Scraggy, and my dog, his name is Doobie. I don't know if you get the reference, listeners. Let's see if you can get it from this. Scraggy is about 6-foot-ish tall, loves food, smokes lots of weed, like so much weed. Brown hair, 5 o'clock shadow all the time. Even if he shaves, it just instantly just reappears. And he has swords.
Yeah. Well, you know, who doesn't in this environment?
In this economy.
Oh, man. Well, let's not even go there. That just got a lot darker than I was expected to. Oh, wait. And our beloved Doobie.
Doobie doobie doo pop.
All right. You know what? Pumpkins, why don't you go next?
No problem. I go by Pumpkins, and I'm playing Argus. Argus is a 6'5" forge cleric. And she is 3 years old.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. And Frankie, let's go ahead and get you out there.
Alright guys, I am Frankie, and I am playing Drax, the barbarian half-orc. I also imbibe with my new dude, Scraggy. It is a totally cool dog. I just ran into these guys and they seem pretty cool, so I think I'm gonna hang out.
All right. Hey, look at there. The man, the myth, the legend, the mystery guest has arrived. But let's go ahead and let Amanda introduce herself and her character.
All right. I'm Amanda. My character is Evelyn. She is a rogue half-elf. She is quite short and angry.
and so very, very suspicious. Oh my goodness. And then, finally, last but certainly not least, our good friend Josh. Josh, why don't you introduce yourself and your character to the folks at home?
I'm Josh, and I'm playing at Valentine Blackwood.
If you don't have any plans, you can go tomorrow after school after your homework.
Yeah, at one point, my character was a wizard in an adventuring party who fell afoul of a nasty amnesia spell. And as a result, has to go back to school to relearn magic.
Right. And I think that about covers the bases tonight, friends.
We don't have plans.
We pick up basically where we left off last week. The companions are breathing a deep sigh of relief now that they have realized and are fully cognizant that they are not under siege by a band of angry goblins. These are the majority of the college's evening cleaning staff come into the cafe to get their lunch break. There is a rather nasty bugbear who had made an appearance, named Herbert, who was confronting Valentine for his perceived improprieties with Herbert's ex-girlfriend, Frankie. No relation, Frankie, sorry.
It's all good, my dude.
But Evelyn was able to defuse the situation without anything breaking loose. And our friendly neighborhood librarian, fellow first-year student Drazimir, had come over to check on everyone. And you guys had resumed having your meal with the host of your little gathering here tonight, Quintilius, who had
What a name.
begged you guys for forgiveness for being such an absolute tool to you for the first half of the first semester of school. Now that midterms are here, and the party may have saved his life, or at least preserved him from a fate worse than death, trapped in the body of a frog, he is feeling very much benevolent towards you all, which is good since he happens to be Scraggy's new roommate. So, where do we go from here, guys?
I believe we left off at Seize Him. Well, it was Evelyn, so someone grab him.
That's not exactly what I said. I did say that we need to tie you up until we know what's going on.
Okay. So, is anyone going to attempt to actually grab Valentine and tie him up?
Do you really want me to, grab this dude?
This dude would prefer not to be grabbed.
I don't know, because there's something wrong. I just know that there's something wrong, and I don't know what this is. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Because I want to, because I think that's the safe choice, but I don't know I don't want it to be the wrong choice.
Drazimir comes.
Okay.
Pushing through the crowd of goblins to come and touch base with you all, and he smiles shyly over at Argus and says, "Is there a problem, Evelyn?"
I don't know.
You are...
I'm just gonna keep looking at Valentine.
Evelyn, just ask me something only I would know.
Oh,
Oh, well does that trick work when the guy you're talking
I
to is
know.
an amnesiac?
Evelyn, ask him about Frankie.
Can I
They
I
say
feel like he got the lowdown on Frankie based on the fight we just had, Scrags.
can I use my magical awareness and look over Valentine to see if there's like an extremely concentrated magic on him? Is this an illusion? Is it somebody? Is it a doppelganger?
Well, a detect magic spell would. You have magical awareness. Can you? Is that a trait?
It's a third level path of wild magic feature. As an action, you can open up your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. I will post it to the VTT so you can also read it.
Marvelous. Thank you. Nice. Okay. Very good. I have fantastic news. There are no active spells within 60 feet of you. At least not that aren't under total cover. There are a ton of minor magical items. This being Stryxhaven and a magical school with a heavy reliance on enchantment and the like. I mean, Quintilius has a coffee cup that is enchanted, for heaven's sake. It's not a. But
Best magic item in the game.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
figured I'd be surrounded, being that it's Strixhaven, by magical items. That's why I was really focusing in on Valentine.
But Valentine himself, other than the handful of minor items that he is carrying about his person, Valentine is completely mundane. He is not currently under the effects of any spell that you can see. No active schools of magic upon his person.
If Valentine, or if what some of the Valentines we've been seeing were simulacrums, would we be able to detect that, or is that something that's like not detectable?
Simulacrum is detectable because it does produce the magical construct, and it shows that it is a product of a magical process. So yes, that would show up. However, a shapeshifter of some kind, like a changeling or a doppelganger, would not necessarily, because what they change is actually their physical body, and it is a biological process rather than a magical one.
Is my goblin friend that I teach archery to here?
Yeah, he's this guy over here. He's been kind of watching the tension and trying to kind of keep things under control.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to him real fast.
Okay. So he sees you walking over to him and he smiles. Hi.
Hey, quick question. Your boss, does he have like times where he's like never in the office?
Oh.
Like if I wanted to go see him, that like this is the time you should not go.
Well, I mean, he keeps regular office hours like most of the faculty and staff, I guess. I mean, he's there during the day for the most part, and he's not there in the evenings, but I mean, Fane's just this guy, He's a pretty sharp guy. He knows a lot of stuff. I mean, maybe he can help you with something?
Yeah. Maybe.
He looks at you and he smiles. He does a lot to help a lot of different people with a lot of different things.
Okay.
God, I wish I had
That's
the
good to know.
whisper cantrip.
Message.
Cool.
Yeah, that one. Valentine taps Evelyn on the shoulder. I may
Yes.
actually have some information that you might want to hear regarding your feelings about Fane, but they're not really for prying ears.
All right, I'll use my whisper.
Oh, right, I forgot you could do that.
Yeah. Okay, I use my psychic whisper.
Okay.
Oh, do we need to go to another? Or no, we can just say it here.
I'm willing to just say it here and trust everyone
Okay.
else not to metagame. It turns out I knew Fane. Fane knew me. Back in school. Back the first time in school.
Okay, what is that?
I mean,
Like, you
it's
guys
why
were
he's been
friends?
so weird. Yeah. It's why he's been so weird about us.
Okay.
He didn't know I had amnesia. He wanted to know what the hell I was doing and why I was pretending not to know him.
Well, I guess the main discrepancy in this is we have seen multiple of you and you don't remember having been in class earlier today or other things from earlier, like,
Because I
so
wasn't. Okay. I had to skip class to do an errand for Fane.
well, then somebody that looked just like you was in class and today.
Well, that's concerning. I guess
And
it
we
kind of
should
already
take that.
worked out that was happening.
Yeah.
That's concerning,
should-
he says.
Yeah. We should take that into consideration and maybe figure out what that's about.
I forgot
We should
this was
also
a
probably
whisper.
come up with a group. We should also probably come up with a group code word. Just, you
Okay.
know, a code phrase.
All right, maybe. Okay, maybe as a group we
something
go.
something we'd never say normally. You know, like Evelyn, you're onto
Alright.
something, or
Maybe we jump out of this and go to Scraggy's room and have a conversation.
we should probably finish dinner at
What's
least.
up,
It will
Nick?
look fucking
Welcome.
weird if we just disappear.
Well, it's
My
Quintillius, isn't he?
16-year-old
Probably show up.
ears.
I said go to Scraggy's room. I said all of us go to Scraggy's room.
I'm sorry, what 16-year-old ears? What did they hear?
I can't repeat it. My dad's watching. He's backseating me really hard right now.
Hi, Kyle's dad. I'm a bad influence.
Tell him to follow Frankie's Twitch link and just watch the stream like everybody else.
That's what he's doing. That's how he's backseating me.
Yo, when your dad
Okay.
is in
I'm
the
gonna keep
stream,
the
I
I'm gonna
win.
keep the connection going, but I'm gonna talk out loud now.
Welcome.
Go ahead for me before you
I
move
appreciate you
forward. Roll a
being here.
D6, and let's
Yeah,
see how
this is
long you can
this
keep
is a table I
this
just joined
psychic
last week.
connection with
One of
Valentine
my
working.
players, JD,
For an
he
hour.
actually
For an hour.
runs this one.
Okay. Yeah. As a soul knife, Evelyn has the ability to use psychic whispers and communicate telepathically with a few people, as long as they stay within a mile of her. So, I don't see the two of you getting further apart than that anytime soon.
Not letting him.
All right.
Alright, so out loud I'm gonna suggest I think maybe the six of us, I guess if Quintillius is gonna come along, go to
I mean, it doesn't help
Scraggy
you
and
have dad
Quintillius'
in
room
your screen name, but
discuss. What we need to
unfortunately, I
discuss.
know
Because
229
this
and
is a bigger
Pimley, so
problem than-
it had to be you.
Then I think we're going to be able to figure out here.
Well, that's fair. It's a little public and a little crowded at the moment, so yeah, I can see that being valid. Are you going to enjoy your invite your new friend Drax to join you?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to invite him because I wanted to use his help for something real quick. Just
Mhm.
as a side project.
Yo, let's do it, brah.
Alright, real quick, I'm gonna go up to her and ask for like a little bit extra food. And by a little bit, I mean a shaggy sized a little bit of food and a couple boxes. Just so I can take it all home with me.
Oh my gosh, dude! You
Grab some of
already
the eclairs
girl.
too. I love those things.
I got you.
I'm so concerned.
Wow. Isla looks at you from behind the counter and she says, "Well, sure thing, Scraggy. That's no problem. I'll just put it on your student account, okay?
Alright.
No problem."
We're gonna look at that thing in my entire career.
Dude, you're gonna be paying off student loan debt from now until you're gray and old. It'll be fine.
It's mostly because they keep putting food on your account.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Maybe you can sell a dragon some weed and make it all back. You find a green dragon that's really into weed.
You know what
Wow.
you need to
I mean,
cut
that's
weed
how-
with to make a
that's how I
dragon
learned.
feel it?
That's how I learned Draconic. I just fed a bunch of Dragonborns weed.
Yeah, he wasn't selling it though.
I grew them weed in exchange. I learned their language.
All right.
That's how I learned
So-
all of my languages.
So, on this note, the group gathers its things, finishes its meal, and makes its way from the Biblioplex and the cafe there over to the residence halls. Going to Scraggy's room specifically? Or going back to your
Yes.
own place, that one? Okay. So the
Right now, I'm
residence
not
tower.
going.
Residence towers are over here on the east side of the central campus. And do we chat as we move across campus, or are we traveling together silently? Or
I'm gonna chat to
Everyone's
Drax.
thinking.
Yo, bro,
you
do you
going to-
play softball?
I have no idea how to play
I-
any sports.
What?
But I hear
My
you're big
roommate-
and strong.
Well,
My roommate plays stickball.
what's his favor? You wanted to ask.
You wanna pound out some weed for me? I need the essential oils from it.
That's not how you do that, bruh.
I don't know how this stuff works, man.
So listen, in order to get a good THC infusion, you need a double boiler, and we need like some oil or some butter, and I got you, man.
Well, there's definitely a lot of butter in whatever green beans I got. So we're good there.
Just how Kyle's trying to learn.
Yeah, man. Like we just need some beakers from one of the potions classes, man. I'll show you how to do a double boiler. We could be making edibles by the end of the day, bruh.
Hey, Argus, do you think you could whip us up some metal beakers if I give you some metal?
It will take about an hour, but yes, I sure could.
Cool.
Getting the 3-year-old involved in your schemes. That's just
This is
wrong.
for the robot. We're doing the side project for the robot. The side project is for the robot.
Yeah. Okay. Upon arrival at Scraggy's suite, the group of you move inside and are now in a private environment where you are free to discuss
Wait,
whatever
should
you
I
like.
be teaching people how to do this? Maybe I should make up different ways
so
to do
you said
this.
there was someone who showed up to magical
Physiology.
someone help me.
Physiology.
Jeez.
I worked it out.
Magical
Just a
physiology.
yes, that.
Fizzy. Yeah,
Yes, that.
there was someone that looked like you there. And
That's,
I
bloody
saw,
concerning.
yeah, and I had seen someone earlier that was going in a completely opposite direction than your class. We split up. I saw you leave, and then I saw somebody that looked just like you. Drax is here because he had seen you at least twice.
I mean,
I also saw you not where you were supposed to be.
Okay. Would anybody like a memory boost here from the DM? Because
yes.
okay, so the sequence of events, Evelyn, as you were on your way to magical physiologies, you saw Valentine heading north off of the central campus, away from the class. But when you got there, he was in class.
Oh, okay.
Okay. After class, he should have been headed to the Silver Quill campus with Argus on the same carriage, and instead he went off and he said he had to go back to his dorm room and kind of disappeared. But at the same time, Argus, as you were getting on the carriage to go to your next class, after he had left you and told you he was going to his dorm, you saw him coming back, but not getting on the carriage to go to your class. Instead, he was headed off towards the southwest part of the central campus, which is where Drax saw him coming out or going into the Stryxhaven Stadium as Drax was leaving the weight room for the day. But when Drax came across campus and got to the Biblioplex, the guy that he had just seen going into the stadium was already at the Biblioplex ahead of him somehow. So Valentine has either mastered the art of medium-range teleportation, or there's more than one of him running around campus at the moment.
Okay, so I said it like that, and then asked him if he knows how to teleport.
Not that I recall. And I think I would notice if I had started doing so spontaneously.
This would...
Yeah.
If you wanted to come clean about where you were instead of being in class, this might be an opportune time, but it's up to you.
I mean... Oh shit, I only told Evelyn. So... Well, it occurs to me that it kind of looks like this false me went to class and then went back to the stadium where Fane's office is. And given that's who I was running an errand for, I'm beginning to wonder if the errand was actually necessary or just a pretense to get me out of the way.
Who is this Fane or thing to me? If he's got his office at the stadium.
Fane is the head of the university's groundskeeping and custodial staff. His offices are in the basement under the stadium.
Okay.
I seem to remember when we ran into the Valentine that was in class, Evelyn was so distraught that I went ahead and cast Detect Magic on him, and I did not detect any magic, is what I
that is true.
remember. So, that
And we also
seems
didn't see
to
any
me-
magic.
Yeah.
We didn't see any magic just now with what Drax did.
I believe
So, I mean,
this might be a real Valentine, and maybe we are dealing with a doppelganger or a shapeshifter, perhaps. Maybe multiple.
I would very much like to believe that this is a real Valentine, but at this time I don't. I still have a fear that he could be trapped somewhere. But I don't know if the doppelganger Valentines necessarily know what's going on, so...
Valentine, it occurs to you that you are, in fact, currently being held captive. You don't know why that occurs to you at the moment, but thinking back to your confrontation with Herbert regarding your quote-unquote relationship with Frankie, it feels very strongly that you are, in fact, trapped somewhere. You just don't know why.
Gonna
Right.
go ahead and keep that one to myself.
How
because I feel
attached
like
are
I
you
might-
to your phalanges, Valentine? Could I borrow a pinky?
Um. Uh,
Well, if he's a
You know,
doppelganger,
like-
if we lop off his pinky, it'll change back. I think that's how that works.
Is that how that works?
do you know how to cast the regenerate spell?
I could use Thorn Whip as a makeshift tourniquet. It would only hurt a little bit.
And then, you'd be a bloody Valentine, But
I'd really prefer if we found a different path.
threw that reference
not
in there
like
for
this
you, Dad.
Draxon, what if you just punch him really, really hard? Knock
What
his
does that have
teeth
to
out
do
or
with
No,
something.
I'm
Something.
pretty sure the flesh has to leave the body to revert with changelings, but
Dang.
Flynn disagrees with this course of action.
Okay,
Evelyn? You're not considering this, are you?
No, I'm not considering this because he said I think that's how it works, and without him knowing, I'm not gonna play that game. But I don't know what everyone else wants to do. I have to make a plan to go to Thane's office and see what's going on.
grab your gym bag. I know the perfect excuse.
I mean, I'd be happy to go with you, though I recognize that
I-
might not be helpful.
Yeah. I don't want to distrust you, but I don't know if this is going to go against plans that Fane has. So It
Quintilius
might
actually
not
raises his hand and he
be an
says,
option.
"Excuse me, Evelyn. I don't mean
Yeah.
to interrupt your thought process, but taking Valentine with you seems like the only way to make sure that you are in control of at least one of the variables. If you don't know if this is the real Valentine or not,
Okay.
taking him with you to Fane's office, if you all show up there together, wouldn't that force Fane to reveal something if he is truly up to no good?
Maybe. Okay. We'll go with that. Quintilius, do you want to come with us or do you want to hang back?
Oh,
Or I don't know if anyone's I actually don't know if anyone's going with me.
Actually, there's a question that might be very important that I feel like we're not considering.
Okay.
What did the doppelganger of me do?
He went to class.
He
He
like
just sat
went
in
to
class.
Thane's
Letter.
office.
He almost took your letter, the letter that you sent
Yeah,
to...
he gave it back when I asked, though. I didn't even have to steal it.
Okay.
I like how that's your first resort. Thievery.
Okay, but that's all I did. I looked at a letter, and I went to class.
He almost kept the letter.
Yeah,
She had to ask for it
but
back. And he was real weird
but
about
that-
giving it back to you.
yeah, but I think it's more weird that like the doppelganger, if that's what they were, didn't do anything. They just went to class, acted like you, took notes.
Okay. So
They seem to
yeah.
know about the note. At least they said that I shouldn't have gotten it yet.
Well, that's concerning because I definitely didn't tell Thane about the note. Hey, does
Appreciate
anyone
you
know
stopping
how
by.
doppelgangers work?
Have a good night.
You know, that's a great question. Let's find out. Why don't
Roll
I have
Arcana.
everybody roll Arcana, please?
Yeah.
Please, please, please. It would be so fun.
It would be hilarious.
It's so on brand, though.
Hey, not bad, Drax.
Pretty sure I have a student die in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
I
that is a
do
good point.
too.
Everybody, I think at this point, everybody has a student die for Arcana, including Drax.
Okay. That's
That's a
D4.
D4.
Yep, everybody roll a d4.
That's not gonna add anything of importance to mine.
16 total.
Or my D4.
Ooh,
That gives
Argus.
me 17. Yeah.
Okay, so we now have a 17 for Argus, a 17 for Drax, and a 16 for Valentine. Evelyn, you got a 12 now. So,
Yeah.
all right.
8. I got an 8.
You know, you got the 8.
Not bad.
We'll carve it on your tombstone. At least I got the 8. All right, so there has been a little bit of discussion about doppelgangers in your magical physiologies class. Creatures that are assumed to have originated in the Feywild. The doppelganger is the dark and devious version of the changeling, or at least as far as outsiders are concerned. They are capable, you know, of taking on the appearance of other humanoids. And, well, let's see. With a 16 or 17... You are aware that doppelgangers tend to work alone or in small groups. There are, you know, archetypal stories where one doppelganger takes the place of a murdered merchant or noble, while the other members of the cell, if you will, would take on various identities as circumstances require, acting as the family or servants while they live off of their victims' riches. They The other thing that you are definitely aware of is that in order to reproduce, doppelgangers assume attractive male forms and seduce women, leaving them to raise their progeny. A doppelganger child appears to be a normal member of its mother's species until it reaches adolescence, at which point it discovers its true nature and is driven to seek out its kind to join them.
What's it doing pretending to be me?
And that, sir, is the 20,000 platinum piece question.
Ooh.
Do you think he's trying to reproduce?
He's trying to. They're trying to attract more Frankies.
I suspect it's nothing so innocuous as that.
We suspect all
I
we want, but we
mean,
won't know until we head
This
down
is
there.
university.
Yeah, it's college. Everybody's trying to reproduce.
God's blood.
Dummies. All right.
So
Okay,
the
but,
people
like-
that rolled good, do you guys share what the table goes? You know, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
8 over here.
Yeah,
All that
probably
was passed on.
Arcus and Valentine are like talking to like teachers or whatever because they're both nerds.
Drax has pulled a lab coat out of nowhere and has put it on, and he's setting up the double boiler, teaching you how to do this.
I'm gonna give Argus Pythons then, because I'm pretty sure those are made out of metal, right? Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Okay, and Argus will set about
Yeah,
to making
steel.
some metal beakers out of them.
Okay.
Lord.
So we have a...
Okay, well, you guys are all doing that.
This is
Short
important.
short-term arts and crafts project going on in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna worry about it.
I
Yeah,
can still
don't
help
worry about it.
plan for whatever other thing that you're wanting to do while I'm a robot. I can do two things at once.
I believe you. You're very. Does anyone want to come with me? 'Cause I don't know what time it is, but I'm pretty sure it's still kind of early.
It is early evening, 7
Yeah.
o'clock or so.
I have disadvantage on stealth checks because of my armor. However,
You know,
I do
you can fix that.
by taking off my I can't. It takes me like an hour to take my armor off.
I'm proficient in stealth, so maybe I could use you as a lookout. Because I think we actually have to go now, because it might be harder to do this in the middle of the night. So maybe
I can go if like you get caught and you need like somebody incapacitated.
Okay, as a procedural thing, Drax, you are aware that the stadium, especially the locker rooms, the weight room, the track, things like that, the stadium is open for student use until 11 p.m. Now, like the head custodian's office, they close up. They've got office hours. They close at 5, and after a certain point, nobody's there except the staff that's cleaning up after the day. But up until 11 o'clock, you guys can come and go through pretty much any portion of the building without being challenged.
I pass that information on to the party.
okay.
Oh, look at us working together.
So are you guys gonna come with me? You believe me? At least a little bit.
I would like to. There is a mystery afoot, and
I think we should split up and search for clues.
Yes, and so I will go.
No.
I can go with Evelyn.
They've already made that joke. Can you only shut me down?
I wasn't listening.
And Evelyn, of course, I believe you. I gave you the letter. You're the person I trust most to pull my ass out of the fire here.
Alright, I think me and Draxon are lookouts, or either me and Draxon or Draxon and Argus are lookouts. Because I have high enough perception that I can look out for people, and I have enough in stealth that I can hide in case. So I could do either.
Okay.
Just hide behind Argus.
I look.
He's a big old robot.
I don't know.
Drax
if
is
he does
6'8", looking over like, yeah, Argus.
Yeah, I have a +5 to stealth. I definitely need to look out, but if one more person wants to come with me, that would be good. So
I do think
Scraggy.
one of our healers should go. So, and I have healing spell, so either me or Argus
Okay,
goes.
I'll take
The other one stays
I'll take
lookout.
you, Scraggy, because I think Argus would be a good lookout, and also I don't want her to get caught.
Okay, if Scraggy's going, I'm going, and also I know my way around the building, so...
Okay, so maybe Argus and Valentine can hang behind.
We could all still go to the stadium, but I feel like you and Scraggy go to the try to get your way to the actual office of the custodian guy.
Yeah.
And so maybe if there's
I feel like Valentine because Valentine or Frankie would be the ones to maybe be able to pull Bane away if
Frankie.
they needed to. Or sorry, not Frankie,
Frankie's
Drax.
My okay. I was gonna say.
Unfortunate overlap there. Sorry, everybody.
Yes. If
Frankie the Bugbear was in the story before Drax was.
Yes. If Drax or Valentine, they would be the ones that would be able to pull him away. So if Drax is coming with me, I feel like Valentine should stay just a little bit back. But if we want to switch it, we can. Because Drax also has just a reason to be in the gym and maybe can pull Fane away for something.
I mean, I could always pull Fane away just by doing the obvious.
Yeah.
You'd have to renew your telepathic bond with me, but...
Yeah, we can do that when we get it there.
Then I can just go up and ask him what's going on. Why are there does he know why there's two of me running around?
Okay.
Do you want me to come with? I have Zone of Truth.
Yeah, you and Valentine,
Argus
and Valentine stay together. Because Zone of Truth will tell you, right?
It will compel him to tell the truth
and it'll tell you if he doesn't pass, or if it'll tell you if he's trying to lie.
It'll tell us if he passed the check or not. However, I feel like going up to, say, my boss and casting Zone of Truth on him might be taken.
If you ask him a very pointed question of why there are multiple of you running around, does he know? I feel like it might be reasonable if you think there is something afoot to cast Zone of Truth, but I just like knowing the truth.
Bear in mind.
Also, definitely. Also,
everyone should be aware of this. I hate to interrupt, Josh.
No, go for it.
The code of conduct on campus. Casting spells on other people on campus is frowned upon without that person's consent.
I guess I could ask for his consent first, and it would just be hey, and then just in case, because this is a very concerning thing. And I guess if he doesn't consent, then...
But does this tell the person that you're casting it on that it's being cast?
Well,
it's vocal and
it's
somatic.
verbal.
They would know.
Yeah.
I believe it also
Yes,
specifies that people know they're in the area.
Exactly.
I could always. I have a spell I try from time to time. It's called Noogie of Truth.
Okay, that's an even
He's
worse.
coming with me.
Okay, listen. Why don't we just try asking? I feel like we are really, really fast to go to anything else. Also, Argus,
yes.
I know this is gonna sound bad, but we also don't want to be in a zone of truth. We've done some shady shit.
I think the being blunt plan is like really bad idea, bro. Because like if he's a doppelganger, he's gonna have no choice but to kill you.
Which is good if I am there, because I make killing people harder. Healing.
If we're attacked by a doppelganger, I suggest we run. But yes, strength in numbers is not a bad idea.
Run away. These two words go together in a sentence. Run away. Just sounds weird, man. I don't think that they don't go in that order.
Well, Valentine just
As somebody-
looked over at Evelyn like, I'm so glad he's your problem right now.
It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I like the setup that we have. I think it's gonna be okay.
Are we still in my dorm, by the way?
Yes.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
You're still doing arts and crafts.
Yes, we are.
All right. We might want to be clear-headed for this, though, guys. If you two are coming with me, just a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Cool.
Also, just like
Get
code word. So, because there's someone getting replaced around here. Come on, we need a code word.
yeah. Just don't get sassy with it.
I really don't think the person we think is a doppelganger maybe should come up with the code word.
Guys,
What
we
if-
should really stop
That's
smoking
fair.
weed. That's our perfect code word. Except for Argus. Guys, we should really stop doing drugs.
I'll remind you, I don't do any drugs unless you count smoking cigarettes.
Well, there was that one time with
let
called
me
mushrooms.
think.
Yes, and I learned
There
my
was.
goddamn lesson.
What if the code word was au jus, like the sandwiches you all were eating?
Au jus
Yeah, au jus.
was a dip for the sandwich. But yeah, okay. Au jus.
Gazoon
That's
tight.
good.
What word?
Okay, so new requirements. Needs to be not sassy, not come from Valentine, and needs to be something Drax can pronounce.
And
Yeah.
right. Got it.
I love you guys.
No, I was gonna say if he wasn't here.
Has
Hold on.
anybody noticed that Scraggy looks like Elvish Presley?
You know what? Elvish Presley
No
is
one
a
thinks
good
you
one.
look
It
like
says-
Elvish Presley.
no.
No, that's
they
our
think
code
no, I
word.
don't-
No, Elvish
No, that's the code
Parsley.
word. Elvish Presley will be the code word.
Okay,
Elvish.
Elvish Presley.
You ain't nothing but a hellhound. Roaring all the time.
Oh my gosh. And this, friends and neighbors, is why we
Right.
continue to get together and play this game. Because the
Right,
stuff that
so
comes out
Elvis
of these
Presley
guys'
is code
mouths.
word. And I say that we go at 10. Do you think this would take us more than an hour? Like we get there at 10?
I think that should be good.
How long did it take us to rob the library?
too long.
No, I actually think it took us that long.
Speaking
Hey,
No,
and if all else fails, we can always work on our delts.
I do not
Quintilius
have
looks at
those.
you, Valentine, and he says, "Rob the library? What?"
What?
Oh,
Nothing?
What?
oh, god damn it! I forgot you were in here. We broke into the restricted section briefly.
You didn't. What if someone finds out? You could be expelled.
Someone did find out. That's why he has multiple doppelgangers.
Nobody else
Um,
is gonna find out though, and I crack my knuckles.
That's unnecessary.
Quintilius looks at Drax and swallows nervously. Gulp.
Drax doesn't mean that. You're not going to tell because you're cool.
That's right. I'm not going to tell because I'm cool. I hang out with
Scraggy,
Scraggy
give him
now.
some weed and let's go.
And you're not a conformist. You think for yourself. Right?
I feel like this is a trick question.
Don't answer any of the
I had
doppelgangers
to.
questions, Quintilius. Don't do it.
I'm not a doppelganger.
We don't know
We've
that for
established-
sure.
This is
Don't
why
you
you never
question
let
my
a fae
boy
know your
Quintilius.
name, bro.
Okay, so
Hey.
I can, when we get in there, I can talk to two people with my psychic whisper. So Valentine's gonna be one of them. And then maybe someone coming with me.
Raggy might be a good idea.
Yeah. Oh no, I just realized that
Quintilius
I'm
raises
with
an eyebrow and
Stoner.
snickers. Are you sure you want to be able to read Scraggy's mind?
I can't read his mind. We can just communicate.
Oh, well, fair enough.
I stuck up for you, Quintilius.
He snickers. I'm sorry, it was right there. I had to say it.
Well, yeah, but... No, nobody wants to read this.
Here, 1 second.
So,
Hey, yeah. You want me to donut-
Would
Yeah, I got
Zone of
Zone of
Truth and a
Truth, like-
doppelganger work?
Yeah, because they'd have
Are
to.
you a
tell the truth.
doppelganger?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
But they-
we can try it.
You want me just to go ahead and do it right now on Valentine real quick?
I don't know.
As long as you
Yeah,
consent,
let's give it a
Valentine,
go.
let's not do it.
That's a great idea.
Oops, I
Jackson,
was
why
ready.
didn't one of
Yes.
us think about that?
Because I don't know if that
Because
works on
you're both
doppelgangers.
high?
Because I don't know. Frank, Drax
not-
said a whole thing about they would have no choice but to kill us. Do we want to fight Valentine right now?
I mean, we're
I
all
mean-
in the same small room right now. We could probably take on one doppelganger, right?
Quintilius shrugs.
Probably.
At least here we're in a controlled environment.
He still has 2 more
Okay.
levels before he gets Fireball. I trusted that we can pound him in.
Quintilius leans over to you,
Okay.
Evelyn, and he says, Argus is right. We're in a controlled environment." And then his eyes dart back and forth, and he says, "But what if Valentine isn't the only doppelganger in the group?" I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm completely kidding.
This is horrifying. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not funny. I don't like it. All right. Argus, please cast Zone of Truth if Valentine consents.
Okay. Zone of Truth creates a 15-foot radius sphere centered on the point of your choice, and everyone within that sphere has the choice to submit to the spell or to make a saving throw. The caster will know if they attempt to resist.
I won't. We're all in it,
Ask
but I don't.
questions you do not want to know the answer to.
Okay.
Hey,
Is
you
it-
made it.
Oh wow, Valentine Drax saves. Okay. So,
Well, it's charisma saving throw, not wisdom. Nice.
so Drax resists the Zone of Truth spell, and Argus is aware
No.
of this.
I mean, I guess.
I will submit to the spell.
Evelyn resists the spell. Ooh.
I gotta say, I'm not loving how everyone's resisting.
I'm not resisting.
We're not on trial
Okay,
here,
so
bro.
let's.
Court's in
Okay.
session.
All right, Valentine.
That could
Yes,
be
Josh?
answered.
What is?
Oh, goodness. Stand by. Everybody freeze.
But also, no one's on trial here. We're just questioning if one of us is really who we say we are. And honestly, we should probably all submit to this. Like, everyone being able to say, no, I'm not a doppelganger will prevent a lot of paranoia in the future.
All right.
Until the next time you guys, part company and go your separate ways for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
During the spell, I'm gonna say, or I'm
Okay.
just gonna blurt out, I'm making the THC oil for Argus because she can't actually smoke it.
No one asked.
And
Greg.
Valentine submits to the spell.
Okay,
All right.
Valentine. Did you? This person, this body in front of me, write the note to me
Yes. I
about
did.
Fane?
Yes.
Are you a doppelganger?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. That's a scary answer.
No, I'm
Based
not
on
a
the other one
doppelganger.
being.
Unless you can be a doppelganger and not know it.
What do you remember from the
See,
office?
that's why I was scared about the truth. Okay. Drax.
I said, what do you remember from the office?
Bane and I had a little chat. The little chat involved, hey, what were you doing in the restricted section? Hey, what were you doing in the restricted section? Or the secret archives, whatever. And he said that we knew each other from back in the day. He said that he was surprised to see me back here, and he asked me what I was doing back here, because I strictly don't need to be. There's details, but they're irrelevant. And then he said that we could probably help each other. He wanted to know why I'd stolen the book. I told him. He wants some things from the archive as well. Then he sent me on a little errand. Apologized that I'd have to miss class.
What was the errand?
Hey Dave, what was the errand?
You picked up spell components from a laboratory at Witherbloom and transported them to Silvergull for him.
Yeah. Something tiny, minor.
Can anybody here detect thoughts?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. This,
I can
unfortunately, I
look
don't
at
know
him
if it.
really hard.
You vividly remember leaving the office, though? Or is it kind of fuzzy?
Of course I remember leaving the office.
Here's the issue that I'm having with this. It's like it's not a necessary distrust, but I don't know if they can lie or if this is like they have the truth that they have, and that's just what it is. Like they have the facts that they have,
modified
and to them
memory
it's the
spell.
truth.
Alright, I'm just gonna ask it because nobody else has. Are you the real Valentine? Are you the one that's taking the second year class even though you're a first year?
How did you know about that?
That's a good
Oh
question.
yeah, he didn't tell us any of that. He
Are
didn't
you
mind us
the
about that.
first year? Are you the first year Valentine that's actually like way older than me?
Yes, but being way older than you is not impressive.
I take offense to that both in Scraggy and out of character.
So, just as a side note for our viewers at home, anyone watching the stream now or later, note for other DMs, all you have to do to completely derail a party is introduce the suggestion that there's a doppelganger at work, and just let the fun unfold.
Highly recommend.
I will
Later,
say,
if you're
I
feeling
do not
really
believe-
nasty, hand out notes. Have them all read, "You feel fine and are not a doppelganger." Watch the party murder each other.
I do not believe I could be a doppelganger because they are flesh-like, and I am made of metal. And I think
And I
even
think-
if they could look like me, all you would have to do is stab me lightly, and if blood comes out, then that's a doppelganger, I bet.
Are you asking me to stab you, Argus, or are we just making commentary?
Just comment if you're ever suspicious. I welcome you. I mean, I'll probably have to do it myself. You might have a hard time hitting me.
All right. Well, I didn't want to do that. I was just curious. All right.
No.
We will wait
You know,
and meet at 10 at the
Well, at this point,
Jim.
the 10 o'clock go time for your mission to break into the head custodian's office is only an hour and a half away. I mean, may as well see what kind of arts and crafts shenanigans Scraggy, Drax, and Argus can get up to in the meantime. But you still have a few minutes left on Zone of Truth. Does anybody have any other awkward questions they want to ask the party members? Anybody want to
Scraggy.
really know what happened between Frankie and Valentine, or is that too far off into the weeds?
There's
I
a minor
already
in
know.
this call. There's a minor in this call.
Jason already, or Justin already told me what I wanted to know, and it was that I don't owe Valentine any drinks.
Argus does want to turn to Scraggy with a very, she doesn't have an expression because her face doesn't make expressions, but she looks at Scraggy very directly. Scraggy, you're in the zone of truth, and I need to know, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? For
I
research
think we-
purposes.
Hold on.
I think we
Give me
lost
1 second. No, you didn't.
Stop.
Shaggy.
It's Rocky Road.
Nice. Good to know, and she's gonna write that down.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh.
There's an 8-minute episode all about ice cream. Let me just see real quick.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So we got the double. Now we
It's
need the
strawberry.
medium.
It's strawberry.
Strawberry. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now that we've got the double boiler set up, what you got to do is you got to put your bud in with the medium that you want. So do you want it oil or butter, or how are we doing this, Greggy?
I believe on
Argus.
this note, we are going to take a moment and fade to black from this scene. I don't think we need to go down that avenue in a public venue. So, an hour or so later, you guys break up from your hanging out in Scraggy's dorm room and make your way across campus to Stryxhaven Stadium. Don't worry about the goblins, they're just always on this map. It's fine. I assure you, everything is normal.
Oh, good. I feel so comforted.
I knew you would. Josh, you're a terrible person. We are not teaching our viewers how to make weed butter. All right.
If they don't know, they're too young.
So, let's all go ahead. Place your tokens here at the top of the stairs leading down into the basement.
Oh, I see. A token disappeared.
He's not in the office. And this isn't actually the office anyway, but, you know, the principle remains the same. He shouldn't be on the map if he's not available to talk. As you make your way through the hallways underneath the stadium, you find a pair of goblins standing at a junction in the hall. They have the junction blocked off with a glass partition that they have pressed up against the walls, and they are holding it firmly in place.
They're holding the glass partition up like it's
against the
gonna
wall.
fall?
They're holding it up against the open T in the hallway so that you can't turn down that part of the hall.
Okay.
Does anybody inquire?
What,
Oh, yeah,
I feel like
Scraggy inquires.
what are you doing?
And the goblin on the left-hand side holding that side of the glass up against the wall says, "Oh, this this hallway is closed for deep cleaning." And then down at the other end of the short hallway, you see a gelatinous cube go oozing past the end of the T.
Oh. Argus likes this so much. He's like, oh, no, I get it.
That's certainly
Because it's
one way to
acidic.
clean a hallway.
Yeah. It's so efficient. I love it.
Okay. But, this is the junction where going straight down this hall past the goblins will take you to Fane's office. However, the wait room is going to be back behind you, Drax, going the other way. So you can stand here and hang out with the goblins if you'd like, or you can accompany the party on down the hall.
I'm gonna stick with the party.
Okay, good call. Good call. All right. In that case, you guys arrive at these doors. Now, this is not actually the door to Fane's direct office. That's behind those doors. as you can see here on the map, that's going to be an inner office, the door to which is marked by the blue line that I just dropped there. All right? So first, you got to get past this door here in the hallway.
I mean, wasn't the plan for me to knock?
Right, except it's 10 o'clock at night and you know there's nobody in the office.
Okay.
Now,
No, the plan was if he came back, you would distract him.
on the other hand, though, Josh, you do have your custodian's keys, and you have a key to this door.
No.
We've cast Detect Magic a couple times today.
Mm-hmm.
The keys never registered as magic, did they?
Nope. They're just keys.
Okay. Sorry, being a nerd with my friends.
I mean, my brother does that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
I'll hand Evelyn my ring of keys.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure not to
I'll
tell
take
her
that.
which one it is. See how long we can go.
Do I know which one it is?
No, you're not sure. They all kind of look alike to you. I mean, you've only had this job for 2 weeks.
I really
Okay,
need to label
So
these.
so we have to get these goblins away.
Well, no, the goblins are, quite a ways down the hallway, but they can still see you. Of course, on the other hand, they do know Valentine works here, so it would be kind of weird for Valentine to take 5 friends into the office with him at this hour of the night. But he does have the run of the place. That's why he's got a key.
It suggests I just go in alone, but I feel like that's not going to alleviate anything.
Argus takes a look at the keys, and then she just kind of like out loud wonders, like, I cannot help but think it might have been a better use of our time for me just to make another copy of those keys.
It would never hurt to have a copy of those keys for sure.
Yeah. Maybe later.
If a level 2 character ability can copy the keys for everything in Stryxhaven has a serious security problem.
You don't have keys to everything. You have keys to the library, at least the public portions of it, and to the custodial office.
And there's no headmaster key on that chain.
Yeah. Each custodian is entrusted with keys to their area of responsibility. Anyway, that being said,
you don't go up from behind people like that.
Oh hell. I completely forgot. Anyway.
So, do you hand Evelyn the keys to go fishing through them looking for the right one, or do you go to the door and do it yourself?
I'll go to the door and do it myself.
Okay. Roll a d6 for me. Oh, wow. Alright. You fumble with the keys for a good minute until you finally find the right one. You finally find the right key, slide it in the lock, turn it, door swings open. The inner office where, supplies are stored and, the schedule is posted and, the what passes for the OSHA safety poster in the workplace in a world like Arcavios is posted plainly on the wall. There's a little table and a little bowl of fruit, snacks for the employees as they drift in and out of the office. But back here, You find the door to Fane's office.
I'm going to. So this is where we keep a bunch of supplies.
Correct.
What supplies do we go through a lot of?
Oh gosh, there are towels, there are various cleaners and solvents. There is a locked cabinet where extremely important substances like universal solvent and sovereign glue are kept, to which you do not have a key.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I know what we go through a lot of. Oh God, what's that ointment called? The black stuff.
Oh, Eldritch Balm? Yes.
Eldritch Balm.
Yes.
He's going to call out, "Hey, Frankie, Evelyn, help me get these barrels of Eldritch Balm." And he gestures for them to come in.
Drax comes in.
Drax. Sorry. That's going to keep happening.
Alright.
Whoa, what's in this cabinet? I think we could have like a serious chemistry experiment.
There is no version of weed that should have universal solvent or sovereign glue in it.
No. My name is
All right.
Draxon Heisenberg.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to put my foot down here for the sake of the minor. Don't smoke glue.
Well, what if I want to smoke blue?
Man, Breaking Bad and Stryxhaven. Let's do this.
Oh my gosh, you guys are the worst.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, what am I grabbing here? A barrel?
Well, are you actually grabbing the barrel, or are you just...
And inviting you in.
Yep.
Now, Evelyn, I don't have a key to that. I'm assuming I don't have a key to Fane's office.
No, you absolutely do not have a key to Fane's office. But
Evelyn,
now
do
that...
you want to try to pick it, or shall I? Dave? Sorry
Sir?
to cut you off.
No, you're fine. And... You guys, go ahead. Anybody that's going into the outer office, go ahead and move your tokens into this room. All right. Scrappy, are you stepping inside, or are you staying in the hall?
He only called
Medicine.
Drax and
Yeah, there's-
Evelyn. I think he stays.
Okay, so Argus and Scraggy stay in the hall with Doobie in support. The other three of you move into the outer office. Who wants to try to open the door? Fane's office door is locked. The frosted glass in the window in the door reveals nothing but a dark office behind it.
Valentine shuts the door. Should I detect magic, make sure he doesn't have an alarm over this?
You can, or I can.
I'll let you. Don't want to burn a spell slot or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll use my other magical awareness.
Okay. Trotting out your second dose of magical awareness, you realize that no, this door does not appear to have any magical safeguards upon it. There are no spells in force in this room.
Beautiful. Love to hear it.
I knew you would.
Evelyn, would you care to, or shall I?
Drax, it strikes you as odd somehow that the professional wizard is offering to pick the lock on a door. That seems weird. Evelyn's used to it by now, I think. Amanda?
We haven't heard from her in a sec, have we?
Amanda?
Yeah, because you'd even like, oh.
Oh!
I think she needs to do shenanigans again. By which I mean restart her stuff. Hey.
Hello! Hello?
I didn't
Okay.
realize that nobody could hear me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You went.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I had said like a bunch of times. I was like, thieves' tools. I got thieves' tools. Why? I'm gonna go do thieves' tools.
Why isn't anybody letting me talk? You meanies! I'm so sorry.
Amanda.
That's alright. You can hear me.
Padme is crying out for justice in your name upstairs. All right, so go ahead and go to the door, and I guess get started.
What's this while I'm back here?
The blue line is the doorway, and what you are standing there next to is a storage cabinet.
Okay. I'll stand back and let the lady work.
Okay.
Sleight of hand? Or, no, that doesn't
thieves'
ask
tool
it, so that just
proficiency.
does it.
Nice.
You know-
Double 20s!
We will keep the roll.
way.
Double nat 20. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful thing.
Wow.
And it warms my heart as a dungeon master to see my players throw rolls like that on things that aren't life or death, because it means that it's used up and it won't come back when they really need it. Sorry, that was out loud. I'm sorry. So,
No, you
Evelyn, under your tender ministrations, the door in front of you unlocks as though you held keys to it. And then you have a choice. Do you throw open the door, or are you going to do anything else first? You know,
I
asking
feel
for a
like
friend.
throwing. Yeah, I feel like throwing open the door might be a bit extreme.
Oh, come on, just open the door. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Can I do a perception check?
Yes, please, by all means.
Cool, this one's gonna be worse.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. God damn.
Let's go.
God
It
damn.
is perfectly quiet in the head office. There is nothing going on for you to worry about. Everything is just fine.
Hey, Valentine, going first.
Give it then.
Until suddenly, it is not.
Holy shit.
I can't see that. What's that? I don't like that.
That is a massive creature.
Oh my god.
What
lot
the
of teeth.
Niyogi fuck?
9 feet tall, with armored carapace covering most of its body, spindly, spiny legs that end in spikes, blades, claws sticking out everywhere. The door opens, and its, well, xenomorph-like head pivots slowly to face the door. Evelyn? It is about 5 feet from you right now when the door swings open. Drax, it is pretty much exactly 5 feet from you when you step inside. It makes a noise that sounds like something between the purr of a large cat and the growl of an angry dog.
Maybe he's friendly.
Maybe.
Oh, Argus, you're not even here.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
Well, the good news is you guys may have closed the door out into the hallway, but it is not locked.
Maybe
So
he's just hungry.
honestly, look at him. If he's hungry, do you really want to be standing that close to him? Yeah, you don't know what this is. You've never seen anything like it. It is a spider-legged creature. It is just, well, absurdly frightening. And the spines on its back and the spike at the end of its tail glow with an eerie purple light.
Valentine, go get the others.
You should check and see if it's wearing a collar with a name on it.
Okay, so it sounds like it's like that, is it? Let's go ahead and get an initiative tracker up there, shall we?
I'm clicking on my guy this time.
Good call,
You
good
gotta
call.
be kidding me.
Ah! It was so close.
Well, that's sub-ideal.
Oh, dang, that's the highest initiative I've rolled.
Nice. Okay,
I never
So-
get that high.
I think everybody's in. Very good. We have Valentine first, and our new friend, right behind him. New friend being a stretch by all means, but still, the principle. I guess let's turn to Valentine and find out how we're starting this off.
I don't like this situation one little bit. So I'm
Nor should you.
I'm going to go ahead and burn a first level spell slot on Bless. Me,
Oh,
me, Drax, and Evelyn.
okay. Okay.
Oh, no problem. And then I'm going to use my movement. I'd like to be away. I'd like to be
Away?
away from this thing.
Get the others.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that, okay. Okay, everybody is getting a set of everybody that you just named is getting yourself a set of angel wings to denote that you are blessed for the next minute or until Valentine loses concentration.
Yeah. Also give myself a little green doodad to indicate I'm concentrating.
Thank you.
Will it help me remember? Who knows?
Yeah, well,
But anyway.
I'll do my best. Yep, your 30 feet of movement gets you right to the door. And interacting with the doorknob is, a free action, so you can open the door and yell into the hallway as part of your action. Shoot. Well, I think that's the moment that the initiative is triggered, so you'll get to rage on your turn. It might sting a little, yeah. Although, weirdly enough, when Valentine retreats, the thing does not attempt to attack either you or Evelyn. Instead, it attempts to weave between the two of you, following Valentine slowly out, as though drawn to him somehow.
Well, I hate that.
Don't like this.
Drax, do you react to this thing as it tries to pass you by and pass out of your threatened space? Well, it hasn't attacked anyone yet, being totally fair. Okay, so 14. With a 14 of wisdom, everything about this creature identifies it to your mind as a predator. You're not sure what it is being drawn to, that it would be trying to pass you and Evelyn by, but it is definitely hunting Valentine.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Roll damage.
You better not be about to kill Fane's pet.
Oh, man. 10 damage. Okay, that is
No problem.
a healthy start. Okay. Of course, the good news is, good for certain values of good, is that your reaction to its approach, you manage to stop it here, because when you hit it, it stops and immediately turns its attention to you. For those who are about to receive, we salute you. Hey, Drax, what's your armor class?
Ooh.
Remember that question you asked a moment ago? The answer is yes. This is going to sting. Oh, snapdragons. I have excellent news. It only rolled a 19 on the dice. That's really good news. As it is, Drax, in response to the blow of your axe, the creature draws back one of its spindly limbs and drives the spike at the end of it into your abdomen, piercing your flesh as though it were paper. You take 19 points of slashing damage and begin to bleed profusely. Realizing that
this might be trouble.
Realizing that you and Evelyn stand between it and its prey, it turns the rest of its attention, i.e. its other melee attack, against Evelyn. Oh, that's tragic and unfortunate. As it drives another one of these spiked limbs towards Evelyn, she is able to duck under its arm, and the spike slams into the wall and sticks there for a moment. Thus ends the creature's turn. Argus, it is your move.
Okay, so it's safe to say that Valentine shouted through the door,
Oh yeah.
"Hey guys, there's a big scary monster that's coming.
I went with, hey guys, we need help in here.
Need help." Okay. Oh, and
Okay.
50.
Yeah, the of pain was audible through the open door, yes.
Okay, gonna come down here, get through the door right here. I got a pretty good line of sight on. I don't know if I can see. You think I could see Drax from right here?
From where you are standing, you cannot see Drax. The corner of that wall is
Okay.
between you and him.
All right, but I feel like I could. Okay, so I see Evelyn and I see the big spooky monster. All right. That seems pretty bad, guys.
You don't say.
I do not care for that at all.
Help.
Thanks,
Me and
Frank.
Draxton have the same experience.
right.
Frankie, before you joined, I tried to fight a Grace Lord by myself.
I helped.
They
Alright,
both
then
tried
I'm
to
just
get
gonna
themselves killed.
Indeed.
Go ahead. And try to get it with a... Nope, don't get it with a guiding bolt. No,
You
it's a
do
9
not get it with
hits.
the guiding bolt. Nope, a nine does not hit.
Wow. Probably would have been more worth it just a dash closer, but that's where I'm at.
That's okay. Evelyn, it's your move.
Yay. Okay. This thing seems to have so much HP. Okay, I'm gonna go with my Psychic Blades. I guess I don't really
Okay.
have a whole lot of options.
Hey, you know what? Psychic Blades are a... you know what? I have got
Maybe.
fantastic news. Remember, in
And
my
Bless
game,
save that. Oh, right.
flanking rules apply. You have advantage on this roll because the creature is also engaged with Drax. So your 19 applies, and sneak attack applies also because you have an ally within 5 feet of the creature. So you do 13 points of psychic damage to this beast.
I got another blade.
I know, right?
Nice.
And a 24 certainly hits. For another 11. So 13 and 11 is 24 points of damage. Wait, excuse me. 18 points of damage because you can only get sneak once per turn. Which,
Fair.
no big deal. Don't worry about unclicking it. And then we just have to worry about whether or not you remember to re-click it
Yeah.
on your next turn. So, in response to the thing plunging its spiked protrusion into the wall above her head, Evelyn quickly produces 2 psychic blades and stab. The creature throws back its head and, to all appearances, shrieks in agony. But no sound comes out. Almost as though its cry is echoing across another plane of existence.
Yeah.
Evelyn, that is your action and your bonus action. Do you wish to move, or are you content to remain where you are?
I'm gonna stay where I am so that Drax has advantage.
Good call.
Woo! Teamwork.
Draxon, it's time to shine, sir. Tell me all
Nobody
about it.
makes me bleed my own blood. I would like to rage.
Yes, I thought you might. Go ahead.
I got a 1 on my Wild Surge, so let's see what that does. Shadowy tendrils lash around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet must make a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. I also gain 1d12 temporary hit points, so let me roll my hit points. I only got 4, but hey, 4 helps.
That's okay. And that is a Constitution saving throw?
Yep, DC 12.
Is this a save or suck effect?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I am sorry to break the news to you.
I figured it probably had good con, but that's the
Yep. That's the way the ball bounces.
especially when it comes to that. So then I would like to, I should flank so I don't have to reckless. I'm going to attack with advantage.
And Bless.
And Bless. Don't forget
15 plus, it's a D4, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
17.
Okay. That is going to connect. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Wow. 4 slashing plus 2 for my rage. So 6.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, so 6 damage. I mean, damage is damage, but gonna take a while to carve through this guy going that slow. All right. Anything else for you, Drax? You bonus action raged, and you've taken your attack.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. What? You're not going to try to move back out of its reach?
No, I'm gonna keep. Right? I'm angry.
Oh yeah. Scraggy, it is your turn.
Alright. I hear the cry for help from little baby Valentine.
Wow. Listen to that shade being thrown around so
15, 20, 25.
There are Fremen on
30?
Iraq who need that shade you're throwing around so casually.
Is that... Am I in line
Let
of
me
sight
guess
of
what
the
movie
creature?
you've seen recently.
Yes,
You are in line of sight of the creature, and no, I haven't gotten to see the movie yet.
Alright. I am shooting it with my longbow, because that does more damage than my swords.
Yeah, but then so do toddlers.
Wow. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it's like to be part of this caring and concerned team, where we support one another wholeheartedly. A 14 does not hit, unfortunately. Your arrow goes past the creature's shoulders as it shrieks and squirms.
Man. And then Doobie.
Yeah.
Doobie's gonna stay with me. He's not gonna attack.
Fair enough, but he does come up to support you there. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to take? Anything?
Let me check real quick. I knew I was gonna shoot it.
Ignore that.
I'll put Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay. Bonus action for Zephyr Strike. Keep in mind that the extra damage for Zephyr Strike, I think it only applies to melee attack.
On a hit. Advantage on one weapon attack roll on your turn. That sound? No. I can send it, the description real quick.
Okay, no, I got it. Okay, so, yeah. A weapon attack doesn't necessarily have to be a melee attack. Very good. So, when you hit, assuming you hit, you will get to roll bonus damage.
Mm-hmm.
You are now concentrating on a spell. Please take a moment to enjoy your very own little green dot. Thank you.
Ooh.
And thus we come back to the top of the initiative order. Valentine Blackwood, tell me how you are coping with this creature in your boss's office.
Well, not well is the answer. Not well. I'm gonna scoot forward. Being a nerd with my friends. Just being a nerd with my friends. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to cast my new favorite spell.
You have a new favorite spell?
Yeah,
I'm dying to know.
you've seen it a couple times now. Shadow Blade.
Yay.
So
Okay.
we took a short rest. And then, I'm just gonna... No, I'm not gonna scooch up. I'm just gonna huck it.
Oh, you're gonna huck it.
Yeah, get
Make
that
your attack roll.
copy.
1 second. Let me make sure I've got all the stuff I need. Click. Fix Shadow Blade? Yes, I do. Boy, I wish I had flanking.
Oh, a 25 hits. Hot dog, look at that. For 8 psychic.
For psychic damage.
Hey, so you cast a spell and you throw your Shadow Blade at the creature, and you hit it, and again, it throws back its head in anguish.
Feel like it doesn't like psychic damage, guys.
It does
Yeah, I was
not
about
like
to
psychic
say.
damage at all. But Josh,
I still have 10 feet of movement. I'd like to use it. now.
Valentine, you don't get to use it
Yeah?
yet. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
I don't like those.
No, you
I'm
shouldn't.
against it.
Oh,
Oh.
dang.
But that's good news. You have handily succeeded at your Constitution saving throw.
What was it
you
for
may now.
anyway?
That is for me to know and you to find out. Maybe.
Oh, good.
No.
I don't like that answer.
So, nor should you, but that's all right. It'll be an unpleasant surprise to somebody. You may now go ahead and take your other 10 feet of movement that you were referring to.
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate Doobie and Scraggy. They're between
Congratulate?
me. Yep.
Okay. The creature, in its
Sorry guys, but in one hit it did my full hit points. I can't go toe to toe with that thing.
weird.
I said I got it right where I want it.
I forgot one thing. Josh, I will congratulate you. You did more than simply earn yourself a saving throw. You also gave the gift that keeps on giving. This eerie carapaced monster with its deadly spines and its glowing purple whatevers now has its very own little red dot. The creature is bloodied. That's okay.
Hey guys, I'm doing some math and I don't like how many hit points it has left.
Well, I mean, we've just now made it to the top of the initiative for the second round, and you guys have managed to bloody it. The bad news is it's next. It is absolutely enraged. It has been struck twice by the half-orc standing before it. It lashes out at you again, Drax. And you said your AC is a 13?
Yeah, sir.
It just barely hits. However, because you are raging, you are protected. You are protected from the worst of its wrath. After your damage reduction, you still take 10 points of slashing damage.
Jesus.
All good.
All good, he says. Are you certain?
Yeah. I'll just let me put my red dot there. I'm fine.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm a half orc. Knock me down. Watch what happens.
Hey, look, everybody. I think he's going to do a trick. All right. So yeah, it stabs you again with its bladed appendage, and then it lashes out at Evelyn again. Oh wow! And again, Evelyn is miraculously light on her feet, and after yanking its stuck claw out of the wall, it swipes at her with a slashing movement, and she easily ducks beneath it. Its bladed talons just slicing through the air above her head. Argus, it's your turn again.
Alrighty. Okay. I think Argus is going to go ahead and get up close and personal
Okay.
with this guy. I measured it, so that right here should be 30 feet.
Perfect.
Mostly, so I'm just right there. How do I cast my spell at a higher level? Would I just add the extra D? Whatever.
When you cast the spell, it should be you should see a pop-up box in Roll20 that will ask you what level you are casting at.
All right, because I want to go ahead. I want to cast a Cure Wounds on.
Good call.
Yeah, on Drac, and I want to do it at a second level. Oh, yeah, okay, there it is. Level 2. Hopefully I don't get...
Big money.
Hey, not bad.
11.
No. I mean, nearly max on one die and minimum on the second, so,
Yeah,
11 healing is better than none.
That takes me out of bloody.
It's better than 1.
Yeah, and it's still better than just like a level 1 Cure Wounds.
Yep,
would have been.
absolutely.
So there's 10 for you, and that is an action. I don't have any other bonus actions I can really
Okay, very good.
do.
In that case, Evelyn, it is your turn again.
More psychic blades.
More psychic blades, yay!
Yep.
And a
16 hit.
and a 16 hits. Congratulations. Sneak attack still applies. The creature is still flanked.
Ha!
Oh, and a nat 20 on the second hit for 9 more points of damage. So that puts us at a solid 20 for the turn from Miss Evelyn between her action and bonus action.
Hell yeah.
Well done.
I'm
Mr.
still scared to
Barbarian,
use-
sir, I'm terribly sorry to say it, but it looks to me like the rogue is going to be getting all of the glory here.
Uh-huh. Hey, as long as I make it out of here alive.
We'll get you out of here alive, Jack. We'll get you out of here alive.
Drax does...
Hanging out with this crew. Drax does what?
He drops his axe and reaches to his belt.
Oh dear.
Here
All
co-
right.
Here comes
Here
a
comes
different
the boom.
weapon.
All right. So, Evelyn, you've acted and bonus acted. Are you going to take any movement?
I don't want to leave Drax unsurrounded.
Good call. Speaking of the man himself, Drax, lay it on me, buddy. What do you
17
got?
to hit on the first one.
And coming up with the hand axe. Okay.
That's +2, so 10 damage. That
Okay,
way, I can
nice.
attack a second time.
That way you can attack a second time. So 10 damage for the first, and show it to us.
18 to hit.
Solid hit. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
10 more.
And a 10 more. All right, so you have redeemed yourself in the eyes of the adoring public, but the creature is still on its feet.
Not for long. My boy Scraggy's got this.
Maybe. Scraggy, go ahead.
I'm glad you believe in me that much. Alright, we're just gonna shoot it, I guess.
It takes a certain kind of person to pick a Beastmaster Ranger.
It
Oh,
really
sorry.
does.
22
No, but-
to hit.
22 hits.
And then
And don't forget your extra damage from Zephyr Strike.
7 piercing damage and 8 force damage.
Scraggy, please roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Weird, why?
I think every time we hit it with a spell,
That's a
something
natural
might
20.
happen to us.
Or no, that's a dirty 20.
That's the 19, dirty 20. Okay, congratulations. The
Is
impact
this
of
a
your
fucking
arrow.
mage hunter?
I don't know what you mean, sir. It is dead, whatever it was. And as it again, Scraggy's arrow catches it through the open mouth. The the fletching of the arrow sticking out from between its jaws. It throws back its head in agony, again, shrieking silently as it crumbles to the floor, and its body begins to dissolve, giving off an oily black smoke that fills the room. Everyone standing within 10 feet of the creature, please make Constitution saving throws, except for Argus, who is immune to poison gases and things being a warforged.
Oh yeah, because like you don't breathe.
Oh,
Ding.
Drax fails.
That's why we can't give her regular weed.
Okay,
Amanda
so
died. Evelyn died. Fine.
Drax and Evelyn...
Hold up. Would a 10 save? Because Drax might still be pulled out of this.
Oh,
Uh,
bless.
A 10 will not save. Even with a 4 on the die, he still won't make an 11.
Worth a try.
So, yeah, sorry. DC 11 con save. So yeah, the two of you are overcome by coughing, which persists until you either leave the cloud or until the cloud disperses, which will take about a minute. You are essentially incapacitated, but you can still move.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna,
Yeah, move out.
Yeah.
Since
okay.
it doesn't affect Argus,
Valentine
Argus
closes
like,
the door.
can Argus just hang out in here and like do an investigation real quick? Since
Yeah, certainly. The creature has literally been reduced to a puddle at your feet. But otherwise,
yeah, I just want to see what
you-
else. This was all about getting into his office. So
yep, this is. You'll notice on the map we have these two oblongs here. That is actually the location of Thane's desk. So if you wanted to poke around there, you can.
I will poke. Do I notice anything with my 20 passive perception?
Ooh, with a good solid 20 passive. Well,
Anything
I'm gonna
catching
say
my
that
eye?
there is nothing that seems like an overt threat in the room. So allow me to describe the space. The door that Evelyn had picked has a frosted glass window in it with, head custodian Thane in gold lettering. The walls are lined with books. The shelves wrapped around the corner there behind the desk are bookshelves, while the shelves to the south around the curve of the wall, those other shelves are filled with storage. Not sure what's on them from here. Moving over and taking a closer look, you could see probably that these are going to be dangerous cleaning chemicals, solvents. The thing that does stand out to you, the top shelf on this shelf unit to the south here is actually filled with a solid row of neatly organized jars filled with spell components. And then here, where this other oblong is, that is actually a workbench with an alchemist's tool set set up on it. So, now if you would like to make an investigation roll, you may do so. However, if you give Evelyn the opportunity to join you in the room, the two of you working together could allow one of you to make the roll with advantage.
I'm willing
And
to
Can you
help.
go in now without getting hurt?
Yes, the air you have had time for the air to clear out. The cloud dispersed fairly quickly once the monster finished dissolving into nothingness.
Drax is going to step
We're
back out
talking
in the
about-
hall and see if the commotion drew any attention. He's kind of going to peek out and keep watch now.
Good.
I have a plus for investigate.
Okay.
Okay, what about +7 for Valentine, so I believe we should probably help Valentine.
Okay.
Good call. Stand by just a moment. Drax stepped out into the hallway and asked an excellent question. Frankie, please make a perception check for me.
Yep, 1 second. Am I still blessed?
You are, but bless only applies to attack rolls and saving throws, not skill
right.
checks.
So 15.
15 is a good roll. Give me one moment. Okay. Looking down the hall, you see that one of the goblins that was leaning on the glass is looking down the hall towards you. But both of the goblins are pushing against this large piece of glass, digging their feet into the floor, pushing for all they're worth, trying to hold that chunk of glass in place across that doorway.
Need some help, you guys?
Giant cube.
The one looking towards you nods his head vigorously. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, I'd like to run up and help him.
Okay. You have ample movement to get there on a single turn and still make an athletics check to try to help them keep the gelatinous cube behind the glass.
I'm annoyed, so
This
I'll
is a
rage
life or
first.
death moment.
Okay, well, I don't target anybody with my tendrils that come out as I rage, but I'm going to have an advantage on this.
Okay.
20.
And a dirty 20 on the athletics check. Well played, sir. Yes. You put your weight up against it, place your hands to either side of the glass, and spread the pressure that you're putting on it to keep from breaking the glass. And you are so you've got essentially have your hands with your fingers splayed out, your forearms pressed against the glass to distribute the pressure you're exerting. And you are literally with your nose 5 inches from the glass, staring at this translucent green mass that is pushing against the glass and suspended inside that jellied mass. You are watching the remains of a small humanoid as they are being dissolved by the acid that the creature is made of. It looks like one of the goblin custodians may not have gotten out of harm's way in time.
Oh no.
This can't be. I saw an OSHA poster, like, you guys should unionize.
This is the absolute definition of unsafe working conditions, damn it. Alright, so...
We need to help the goblins start a union.
Alright. Honestly, why do you think all the custodians and groundskeepers are goblins? They're already unionized. They've got a contract.
Lousy negotiators.
Well, yeah, they're goblins. Alright, so Valentine, back in that room in Fane's office. Go ahead, why don't you, and make that investigation roll with advantage. You are receiving help from Evelyn and Argus.
Yo, Argus, do you have guidance?
I do not, unfortunately. But if you break something, I could fix it.
Oh, I have guidance.
Wait a minute,
Well, by
I
all
have
means.
guidance.
Everybody but Argus has guidance.
But wait,
Okay.
does the doppelganger have guidance?
I don't know. If
Wouldn't
you
you
find
like
it, you'll
to
have
know?
to ask. Oh, damn.
Jesus. That's only a 17. Jesus, a 2 and a 4.
Student die, guidance, and yes. Alright, so you have a 17 on your investigation check.
That hurts.
Surveying Fane's office. Beginning with his desk, you find logbooks, you find ledgers, you find payroll. Yeah, damn it. You find you find requisition forms. In the drawers of the desk, you find, well, frankly, files and office supplies. There is paper, jars of ink, quills. There is, of special note to you, you do recognize that there is a stack of extremely fine paper of a type that would typically be used to craft spell scrolls. Moving around the office, the shelves behind the desk, it appears to be Fane's. It's a combination, I guess, of Fane's personal library and of, policy, procedures, safety manuals, things like that. There is an instruction manual on how to use a Tinker Gnome constructed floor buffer. There is, which taking a moment to look through that is kind of hilarious. There is the exploded diagram showing how all of the parts fit together, and describing, the first page describes the instructions and the actual function of this device. It is essentially a specialized application of the prestidigitation spell. It will clean a 5-foot square of floor every 6 seconds. And it literally cleans it down to the bare material that the floor is crafted of. It looks fascinating. Except it has it in large black letters drawn across the front page. Gnomish fraud! ! So evidently it does not function quite as advertised.
Why do I feel like maybe it came further than the base materials?
Brad might have had one of these things in his house, before I left.
Entirely possible, yes. Though this is the industrial model where your father creator might have possibly engaged with a small residential model.
A little Roomba version.
Yeah, the Roomba version. Yeah, we'll go with that. The top shelf, Josh. With your 17, you notice that there are a small collection of arcane texts, spell theory, things like that. And you notice very quickly that most of these books, you recognize them as being Silver Quill and general studies, Stryxhaven textbooks. One in particular, there is a Silver Quill primer.
A primer.
Stand by.
Fane's a member of staff.
Mm-hmm.
Fane's
I
gotta
do
have
feel-
more advanced magic than needing a primer.
I do feel, though,
Valentine's
the
gonna
present-
reach out. Okay, I'm going
Valentine,
to
the last time you touched a book.
Yep, that's why I'm casting Detect Magic first. Hey, you don't know anything oh, right, I told you in the letter.
Uh-huh.
And already. You didn't notice at the time.
No, I didn't notice at the time, but it's in the
So
letter.
You are burning a spell slot to cast the spell?
I'm actually going to burn my Awakened Spellbook feature that lets me cast a ritual spell in its normal casting time. I can only do it once a, I think, short rest, but...
Once per short rest, once per long rest. not particularly germane here.
Welcome to the stream,
Doesn't matter.
everybody who's
But
here.
yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah,
stopping by. Remember to like,
you know,
share,
oddly
subscribe, and follow.
The Silver Quill Primer is
We're
a
currently
magic
live
textbook
on
created
Twitch,
at
YouTube,
Stryxhaven
and
Silver Quill
Twitter.
College. The primer this is something that you are aware of as a prospective Silver Quill student yourself. The primers for the various colleges are sold at the student bookstore at the Biblioplex. It is a magic textbook. It has 3 charges, regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. If you make a Charisma Intimidation check or a Charisma Persuasion check while holding the primer, you can expend 1 charge to give yourself a 1d4 bonus to the check immediately after rolling the d20. In addition, if you study the primer at the end of a long rest, you can choose 1 first-level spell from the Bard or Cleric spell list. Before you finish your next long rest, you can cast the chosen spell once without a spell slot if you are holding the primer. So,
Nice.
you know,
Yeah.
it's limited in its utility, but it would still be useful even for a more experienced spellcaster.
Okay.
But looking at these books, it is obvious that these were his textbooks from when he was a student. Obviously, this primer has been in his possession for a very long time. It bears pointing out that what you know of it, in order to gain most of its benefits, you have to be holding the book in your hand. If he were still relying on it on a daily basis, it's unlikely that it would be sitting on the shelf.
Okay, so this is probably here for sentimental value.
Yeah, that's the word. I like that. That's a good word. On reflection, you're not entirely sure that word applies to Fane based on your interactions with him thus far, but it's a good word.
It is a keepsake.
It is a
Or-
keepsake or a memento, yes, absolutely.
Or a tool of last resort. Well, not last resort. That makes it sound much more useful than it is.
Right. Fairer statement. But yeah,
Anything else magical in here?
I just went through the idea that there is a whole shelf filled with spell components. There is a rack of dangerous chemicals and, unguents and oils and goops and what have you. Yes, there are magical gewgaws and widgets all over the place, but you cast Detect Magic, not Identify. You don't know what all of them are just by looking.
I guess I'm asking anything else that I wouldn't expect to be magical.
Nothing that jumps right out at you.
Okay.
Though,
Okay.
I should...
Is there anything we could roll to just sort of like try to figure out what the thing that we just killed was?
I'm looking for balance.
That's a great question. Anyone who wants to make that roll may make either a history, arcana, or nature check. I will throw the doors wide open, but I will tell you now the DC is high.
Yeah.
I got nothing and I can't help.
I guess I'll try rolling a history.
Hey, Drax, you can make that same roll yourself. You're out in the hall helping the goblins hold back the gelatinous cube in the hallway.
I'm proficient in animal handling. Can I do that?
Animal handling will not apply to a gelatinous cube.
Oh no! I thought you meant I could roll for the thing that I'm
No,
not supposed to know what it is.
No. I mean, this is the question of knowing what it is. Arcana, history, or nature. Not animal handling.
I can help you with a nature roll.
Okay, you can make a nature roll, Scraggy. Everybody's free to make this one, whether you're proficient in the skill or not. Oh, but as what I was saying though, Drax, as you are standing here continuing to help the goblins struggle to hold the
Natural one.
wow.
Struggle, I rolled 20.
That was one check. With your help, you and the goblins are able to hold the thing back until it turns directions and begins to retreat down the hallway going the other way. However, as it begins to move away from the pane of glass that you are standing here leaning on, you hear footsteps down the hall from you, turn and look, and you see Thane. Walking with purpose down the hall towards you all.
Fuck.
And
You really gotta
how?
help. One of the goblins died. Like, we gotta do something.
Okay. We are going to put you, Drax, with Thane on hold in the hallway for a moment. And we are going to resolve the... Wow, 1925.
I added my student die to mine, so 19, 20, 21.
21, okay. The DC on the check was a 25. Valentine is the only one who made it.
Hey, even with Evelyn's nat 20.
Even with Evelyn's nat 20, the DC is still the DC. But, yeah, Valentine, you have been doing a lot of reading. And especially since you guys heard the name Auric recently, you have been digging deeper into what little record you can find of the Auric as an organization. And what you have uncovered is that they have tapped into an extraplanar race of possibly sentient creatures that match the description of this thing you all just fought.
What are they called? Or like,
Mage
do I know anything about them? Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
Yes, Frankie, it was a mage hunter. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
I had never seen an image of it. I had just seen, Dimension 20 do their Stryxhaven thing before, so
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is that what this is?
Damn Skippy it is, sir. Good guess. But Thane looks at you, Drax, standing here in the hallway, and he says, "Why do you look like you've been attacked? Gelatinous cubes do not inflict slashing or piercing wounds."
I poked myself with my own hand axe trying to hold this glass back. This is really not a safe way to clean the hallways.
He looks at you. He shakes his head. He says, "Please move the glass out of the way."
Yeah, no problem. And I moved the glass out of the way. Look at the goblins as he's walking in there. Wink at him, and I'm gonna go back towards the room.
He heads down the hallway towards the gelatinous cube, and the last thing you see is him reaching into a pouch at his belt as you turn and disappear down the hall towards your friends. Unless you want to see what he's doing.
And how I sprint. And I tell him, he's coming, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Hey, no, it's too late to get the fuck out. He's already in the hall, right? Everyone, get over here.
He's distracted with the cube.
You want to take to go tell us if you're the real Valentine or not.
So wait,
We know I'm the real Valentine.
Drax tells us. Drax says that Thane is here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I turn into Thane.
Absolutely not.
Oh my gosh.
How is that going to help us?
Now I can confuse him and gaslight him into thinking that he's a doppelganger.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I believe. And if I
You
can't,
could
then
gaslight him into thinking you're a doppelganger.
Kyle?
and if I can't, then it gives you guys a chance to escape.
Kyle?
Hey,
Yes.
You
You
could
know I
turn
love
into
you,
any
right?
other creature.
This is the worst idea I've ever heard you come up with.
If you were a different creature, it would
Um,
make sense. Because then it'd be like, oh, I had Valentine take me to here because I needed some supplies. from
Even
your
we can just
office.
walk into the other room. Let's just walk into the other room and shut his door.
yeah, why don't you all
Oh.
pile in here and I'll cast an illusion over you?
Oh.
Because I have silent
Okay.
image. Hey,
I love the
then you
chaos,
guys
Kyle.
watch me talk with Thane. Doesn't that sound nice?
Again.
It sounds reasonable.
Anything's better than letting them see all of us.
Good call.
I cast a silent image of the wall on this.
He's
15
green screening us out.
He's green screening you out. Yeah. Okay. Drax, do me a solid. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Saving throw?
Check, saving throw, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's the same roll.
Yeah, but phrasing matters. 15.
Phrasing matters, that's true, you're right. Okay, so yeah, it's a saving throw. You do realize that, yes, Fane saw you in the hall. For you to be hiding out of sight behind the screen doesn't make a lot of sense, because where would you have gone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So,
just
Drax,
standing
you
out
should-
here.
Okay, so you're standing out in the hallway then, after having issued warning. So you see Thane step back out of that T intersection, pats the two goblins on the shoulders, says, "I am deeply saddened to learn of your clan's loss, my friends. Snarktooth will be missed. She was an invaluable member of our team here at Stryxhaven."
I got scared for a second. I thought it was Snap.
Snarktooth? No. This was Snarktooth. This is totally different goblin.
I
They all
heard
use-
Snap.
You heard the snap and you just knew it was on, right? No, everything's
Yeah.
fine. Snap is fine. But yeah, he says, I have done what I can. The damage is contained. And he pats the iron flask in his hand. Says, we will review this policy, and Dean Valentin's suggestion of harnessing this creature as a member of the cleaning team will be passed along to the deans and the oracle, and we will put a stop to it. This is an unacceptable risk to our staff. And he turns and he comes down the stairs towards you, Drax.
That's it. Sorry about your friend. We'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
You heard everything he said. Keeping in mind that short of some really fancy magic, like some level 9 true resurrection kind of stuff, a body that has been dissolved in acid
Right.
is gone. There's literally nothing they can do to get a goblin back that has been eaten by a gelatinous cube.
I'll
So
hang
he
out
comes.
outside the door. I'll pretend
he
like
comes
I'm
around
leaving,
the
and then
corner.
when he comes in, I'll
Okay.
eavesdrop.
He steps inside, looks around, says, Valentine, how long have you been here?
Not very long. Just wanted to talk to you before my shift.
Of course. I thought you had tonight off. You worked last night.
Valentine looks genuinely confused. Oh, right. Sorry. Brain's all over the place.
He nods. I understand. The every other night schedule, which, fairly standard student schedule, but still makes for some very long hours and easily confused. I appreciate you being willing, but we have it covered tonight. You wanted to talk to me before your shift? How can I help?
Look, I don't think you're behind this, but I think you should know anyway. I asked my friends for some notes from the class I had to miss.
Yes?
And I heard something rather concerning from them. Apparently,
what's that?
to their recollection, I hadn't missed that class. Something with my face. Go. Sorry.
He looks at you and smirks. He says, "Oh yes, of course. I asked you to cut class on my behalf." One of our more versatile members of the groundskeeping staff, young lady who came to campus as an exchange student from the Feywild, happens to be a changeling. And from time to time, when I have an employee whose duties require them to be elsewhere than the class they're supposed to be in, I have Liliana take their shape and take their place in class so that they're not marked absent by a teacher.
Oh, thank goodness. Insight checking that.
By all means.
Can we insight check from behind the silent image?
You absolutely can. You can see out through the illusion.
I want to
So,
do my message on Valentine. Why wouldn't he have had the person give you the notes?
Okay, so we have a 23 insight check for Valentine.
Oh, sorry.
A very good question
cool.
from Evelyn, and a nat 1 on the insight check. Evelyn.
For sure.
Evelyn.
I think he's a great guy.
No. You are absolutely convinced that this is the proof you needed that Thane himself is the doppelganger and he is impersonating Valentine, moving around the campus in broad daylight, trying to infiltrate the group to learn what you all know about the Auric Menace.
That's so much worse for me. Okay.
Yeah, you are so far off in the weeds, you don't know. Valentine? With a 23, you are absolutely certain that there is something he's not saying, but the whole story about a changeling named Liliana who works on the custodial crew, you remember meeting one of the goblins whose name is Liliana, so maybe she's a changeling? It sounds...
Valentine laughed. Sorry, go.
I was just going to say, it seems plausible to you, but if he were going to do that for you while he was sending you to run this errand, why wouldn't he have told you about it up front?
Yeah.
And
Valentine
if he had somebody, if he had somebody sitting in class on your behalf, why wouldn't they provide you the notes? Evelyn asked a very good question. Valentine laughs.
Oh, little Liliana's a changeling? I never would have known. He's very good. But then I guess you kind of tend to be. Just in the future, if that happens, well, I guess you don't need to warn me now, because I'll know now. But could you have Liliana give me any notes she takes? Uh, it caused some consternation between my friends. And by some
I see.
consternation, I mean they cast Zone of Truth to make sure I was the real Valentine. It was entertaining. You'll forgive my
Wait,
friends, they have some trust issues.
wait, you're serious? They cast Zone of Truth on you to make sure that you were really you? Oh,
Yes.
that's rich. Still, you and
So-
you and your friends are all first years. Casting Zone of Truth this early on in your career here at the college, that's actually very impressive. You guys are working hard, obviously. Well done.
My friends are very talented and very interested in knowledge. Even
begins
some
moving-
stuff that. No, go.
Sorry, go ahead. He begins moving towards his office door at this point.
Valentine.
There's a whole dead
Just-
creature in there, Valentine.
No, it
no, there
dissipated
isn't. There's
into,
goo.
Oh, it
It
dissipated.
dissipated
There-
into.
There's goo.
There's not even goo left. By the time the smoke cleared,
Yeah.
the goo was gone. There's a slight discolored
Okay.
patch on the floor, but honestly, it is a well-traveled stone floor in the custodian's office. It's had a lot worse than just some black goo on it.
Actually, while I'm talking to you,
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question, and it's possibly something I strictly shouldn't be looking into, and I'll accept being told that I ought to stay out of matters I don't understand.
Okay.
I've heard about this group, or, well, not even sure if it's a group, but people named called Auric. People who are interested in magics that they don't always teach. And, well, I was wondering if you knew anything about them.
Oh. The faculty here at Stryxhaven, honestly, the founder dragons themselves, have been using this Auric menace as a boogeyman to frighten the donors and the student body for decades, centuries maybe. I'm not convinced they even exist. The deans work so hard to conceal any evidence of their supposed activities. There's no telling what any story you might hear might be true, or any element of it, or if it is just, well, it's like a pearl that, sitting in the oyster's mouth, collects. It collects around a grain of sand until you've taken something completely worthless, like a grain of sand, and made it something that looks beautiful, like a pearl. I don't honestly know if there's anything to the Auric stories or not.
That's unfortunate. I was hoping I might be able to get some more of the sort of text I've shown an interest in from them.
Well, go ahead and make a deception check for me, won't you, Josh? Oh, that's pretty good.
20.
Yeah, that's pretty good indeed. Dirty 20. He looks you up and down.
In deception.
Yeah. He looks you up and down, though, and he says, well, old friend, I have got fantastic news. The Auric may or may not be a made-up boogeyman. But I may know where you can get a hold of some slightly more advanced study materials, if you're interested.
Of course, I'm interested.
And he kind of leans back. He crosses his right arm, across his chest, and rests his left elbow on the knuckles of his right hand, and puts his balled up fist kind of up to his chin, kind of a pensive, thoughtful pose. And, I really like the new you. You're so different than I remember. It surprises me every time we talk. So driven. It's very impressive.
Thank you, Fane.
That was always your problem back in the day. You just seemed so easily distracted. Anyway, I needed something from my office, and it's late. I must be headed off to bed. So if you'll excuse me. He steps up to his door, slides the key in the lock, turns the lock, and steps into his office. The door swings closed behind him.
Okay.
Yeah. Ahem. I think the thing that just absolutely shocks and astounds me about the scene that just played out in the custodial headquarters, Valentine asked him what he knew about the Auric, and not a single one of you asked to insight check his answer.
Whoops.
Every single one of you...
Well,
I'm not
Well,
I
smart
almost
enough
thought that
for
maybe
that.
Valentine's other insight was gonna apply.
he
I
is-
wasn't sure if we needed one.
He is a part of Auric, if not the leader of Auric, so I didn't need to.
Fought a monster that apparently they had, and so if you say they're a boogeyman, I look down at the wound in my gut. Doesn't seem like much of a boogeyman.
Valentine
Maybe
will
being
open the
targeted.
door, and he closed the door to his office, right?
He did.
Valentine will open the door and gesture, quick, everybody out.
Silent, shooing gestures, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So,
And Valentine will think at Evelyn.
So
Okay.
where are we going from here? Are we returning to somebody's dorm? Or are we going to the bar? Or what?
I think
Or,
Drax is owned it.
Hell, are we taking Drax to the infirmary to get looked at?
No,
I'm gonna-
I
At that point,
we can heal Drax.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do a cure wounds. We'll save Argus's spell slots for important things.
Damn.
Wow, okay.
This is an important thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We save her spell slots for important things. I will
And he's
cast
gonna-
cure wounds
Yeah,
because I have it. Save the cleric spells save the cleric spell slots when somebody else has cure wounds.
In case there's another fight, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so off to the Bow's End Tavern. Here we go.
Valen, as soon
7
as they're
HP.
away from the library.
Hey.
Okay, so he wasn't telling me the whole truth about
no.
Liliana,
He's-
and suspect he knows
He's
more. about
clearly one of the ones that is shapeshifting as you.
Why would you assume that?
Because
This is-
I saw it in his eyes, his evil, beady, black, evil eyes. And also he's the leader of Auric.
If he's the leader of Auric, why was he not surprised about the lack of the Mage Slayer in his office, if that was his Mage Slayer?
What? No, because I feel like the Mage Slayer only came out because we broke in, right?
No, it was already in
Yeah.
there. You just didn't notice it once you opened the door. It was like, oh, there's a whole mage slayer in here. He didn't appear there. He was there when you walked in.
Huh.
So it makes
Frankie,
me
you
think...
healed 7 HP, by the way.
I saw that. Also, if there's supposed to be a scene or something, it's all black for me.
Oh, sorry. Frankie, would you go ahead? Do you see where I'm pinging here on the screen?
My token might be there, but I can't see.
Okay. Let's see. Oh,
Why are you hiding some of the bar from us?
Okay.
It's in here.
When I put my token onto the blank screen, then it I'm there now.
Yay!
Oop.
All right. So you guys return to your customary corner table, and Javanesh comes strolling over, carrying a tray of drinks. He looks at you, Evelyn, and he says, Funny you should come in. Funny you should come in here expecting a drink on the night that you didn't show up for work.
I didn't show up for work? No one told me that. Hold on, this is out of character. I didn't know I didn't show up for work.
He looks at you and he leans over and ruffles your hair a little bit. He says, "I'm just messing with you. You're not on the schedule."
Oh, thank God. Oh. Yeah,
Again, Evelyn, we've been over this.
Jeremy.
Which god are we talking about? There's so many. Can you say gods, not God?
All of the gods.
I feel like she's saying Gond, which is my god. Oh my God.
Yeah, that one.
Well, she's
Javanesh
definitely
looks
not
the
saying
whole
peace
group.
and love.
How dare you? You didn't miss work.
Shots fired. Wow. Damn, Josh.
I didn't miss work. I'm here and it's fine.
Yeah.
Javanesh, I've had a hard day. You can't come at me like that.
Hey, if I don't give you a bad time, you'd think I was mad at you about something.
Good Lord.
I probably would.
Don't give her an excuse to think things. She'll do it.
Hey, we're at school. I'm supposed to think things.
That's true.
Nuh-uh.
Alright.
I don't think a lot, and I can still get great grades, guys.
Oh.
Maybe we should take my approach more.
So, Scraggy, remind me, what did you get on the last 2 tests?
I aced them both.
I aced the first one. I had
who's
a
the
lot
one who
of things
blew it?
going on during the second one.
I think Aaron and Argus blew it, if I am not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Well,
I did okay. I got like a C or a B.
Passing. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I passed.
I did not do well in the second, but I aced the first. But there was a lot going on during the second.
Yeah. Incidentally, yeah, where was my brain going? Yeah. Oh, by the way, that creature in Fane's office connected to Auric.
It is
Stabby the
connected to
dwarf
Oryx?
steps out of the kitchen just at that moment and says, "Auric, what's that?" He's carrying a tray of food.
Vacuum.
A bogeyman.
We're not 100% sure.
Huh. Well, all right. He shuffles off into the crowd. He's carrying a tray of food to somebody's table. So,
Well, okay. Bye.
but it occurs to you guys that you may not have the utmost of privacy. You might want to tighten up a little bit to have this conversation if you're going to have it in the bar.
Yes. Doobie could protect the perimeter.
Yeah.
I
Jimmy
really
said
wish
that. Doobie sets up over here to keep anybody from sitting at those two tables.
Anally.
Simply.
Wow.
All right.
I say,
Yeah,
good
they-
dog, and I toss him a bud or two.
Oh my gosh. Of course, he's going to be an excellent guard while he's stoned as hell. Well done, sir. Well done.
Good snack.
Yeah.
Point of order. Pot is really bad for dogs.
Yeah.
Not-
Point of
not-
order. This dog has built up an immunity to it.
Not just that, but really, THC
This is a magical
in the
world.
bud form is THCA, and it has to be heated or burned in order to activate the THC. So you're just feeding it flowers.
That's perfect.
It's just like good, soothing for his tummy, like if he was eating grass, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know, I love that we are able to provide as part of our streaming experience here a well-rounded education on recreational marijuana use.
It's
And
medical
the
for
front
me,
of our
JD.
appeal.
And the fact that the minor at the table is the one spearheading the efforts is absolutely
You shouldn't be
Terrifying.
surprised, man. You really
Terrifying.
shouldn't be surprised.
I didn't say I was surprised. We've been playing this game for a little while.
On that note,
All
though,
right.
guys, we have been at this for 3
Yep.
hours, and I need to go. I have to work in the morning.
We are
That's
going
cool.
to call it here. You guys will spend the rest of your evening relaxing at the Bow's End Tavern. Drax, after a few drinks, your injuries pale. You will have a cool new scar to show off. The gang buys your drinks for the night. So it's not a bad place to be. But having defeated the mage hunter that was lurking in Fane's office, whether with or without his knowledge, you do not know, everyone here will advance to level 4 tonight. Congratulations, everyone. So, party of third level characters defeated a CR5 monster handily.
You're welcome.
And
Nice.
let's go ahead and take a quick moment. Let's do our after action report. Does anybody have any thoughts, feelings? Anybody want to throw out some special recognition to the rest of the party? How'd we do tonight, guys? How did we enjoy ourselves?
I had a lot of fun playing with you guys. It's pretty cool.
I want to thank Drax or Frankie for getting right up in that guy's face and taking that big ol' hit.
That's what barbs do.
Doing your barbarian. Doing your barbarian job.
Yeah, man. And that dude was slinging it out there too. He 19 points on the first hit and 20 on the second?
Yeah. What the
Yeah.
heck? Yep.
Yeah.
Big hits, especially at third level.
And
Was it
It could
actually
just not
vulnerable to
hit.
psychic?
No, actually, it wasn't. But the trick to it isn't that it was vulnerable to psychic damage. It's that Evelyn's psychic attack was not a spell being cast. It was a truly psychic attack, which is why she wasn't triggering the saving throw that you were.
mhm.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Or I figured
So.
it was something like that.
So yeah, that was
Great to have on the front, like really laying into that guy.
yeah. Amanda, you did a fantastic job tonight. You had some really strong rolls working on your favor, and good tactics too. Well done, ma'am.
I still feel like I didn't find what I needed to find.
Well, maybe you did and maybe you didn't. The nat 1 on the critical insight check is probably going to inform your role-playing decisions for the next session or two, but, this is an ongoing
Look.
investigation.
Evelyn wasn't gonna trust in whatever she rolled.
Well, had she rolled well, though, she might have gotten a better idea of his true intentions, as opposed
Yeah.
to, rolling a nat 1 and diving deep into the paranoia.
I do love that I did not get hit in the entire fight. That we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
so
was
great.
pretty fun.
Well, seriously, you guys took a monster that started out with 85 hit points and an AC of 15, and you guys just dissected it. It took 2 actions and made 4 attacks, and you guys slaughtered that thing. It was really solid. You know, I mean,
I hope I made
Frankie, you got it. You hit it with your great axe twice, and you hit it with both of the hand axe attacks, which you did, good grief, 10, 20, 30, 40 points of damage. You did half the damage on it.
Yep.
Just like that. And Evelyn did nearly that much with her psychic blades, with the sneak attack bonus. So, I mean, it was a really well fought battle, and you know, Scraggy managing to land the arrow that finishes it off. Just, I mean, chef's kiss. It was a well fought battle. It just hurts me that none of you guys actually failed the saving throw when you cast spells on it to do damage, because that would have been fun. But
Well, I'm just hoping I picked the right things to advance and close out.
well, if you would like,
so Dex
If,
is always a good choice.
if you would like, Amanda, you and I can talk about your advancement before you commit to it. You've got some options in front of you, but we can do that off the the stream. So,
Can I
Frankie, thank you for being with us.
With me.
By all means,
Awesome. I'm gonna take a level in Bard, guys.
a level in Bard.
Yep.
I can't tell if he's kidding.
Barbarian! Let's
He's
go!
a barbarian.
So, out of curiosity, are
Always
you're
comes
actually
along.
serious? You're going to take a level of Bard for this character?
Live on stream right now. I am putting Bard on my sheet.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You
Is
can't
this-
rage with a spell going.
Well,
Uh,
technically you can. It just
he
kills
can't-
the concentration.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
So any non-concentration spells still work.
Yep.
Yeah. Rage plus Armor of Agathis, crazy combo.
Oh, wow, right? That is absolutely sick. I love it. Out of curiosity, what bardic college are you interested in, or are you going to take it beyond just a 1 or 2 level dip?
Swords, obviously.
Well, you know, it's a question.
I mostly
Nice.
want Drax to just carry around a loot to shred, you know? Kind of fits the character.
You know, there's a book I'm really fond of where the primary characters hire some minions for an event, and part of the crew that they hire is a band of musicians who are actually they use being musicians as their cover. They are actually paid assassins, and the guy that plays the lute for the band has a lute that is built around a battle axe.
Nice. Plus, vicious mockery is going to be great.
He smashes the loot against an enemy, and it breaks open, and they take the damage from the battle axe instead of the like D4 from a bludgeoning weapon.
Good lord.
So,
I just always think about a barbarian and think of drums.
No, I like shredding on a lute and then just baseball
No, I like that
swinging
too.
with it and chopping
Yeah.
somebody's head off.
that's pretty cool. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm glad everybody had fun. I hope our viewers at home, any of them that tuned in and stuck with us, enjoyed it. But this has been a scream, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you guys for having me.
Frankie, it's a pleasure as always, sir. I will see you tomorrow night for Dragonlance.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Still so sad I couldn't make that game.
All right, guys. I appreciate everybody who came out tonight. This was a cool little thing, a game I'm playing. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.